You found yourself staring at FL Studio, unsure of what to do, unsure of where to start in your beat making journey? You are not alone. Maybe you just downloaded it, whether you got the full version or the trial version, and you're feeling a little bit lost. But fear not, because by the end of this video, you'll be equipped with all the knowledge it takes for you to start beat making today and start beat making like a pro. But first things first, my name is Alan T. I'm a music producer. I've been beat making on FL Studio for over 10 years. I have thousands of streams on Spotify. I've collabed with artists. I've shot my own music videos. I make a lot of instrumental music, preferably lo-fi hip hop. And right now, one of my songs is going viral on TikTok currently for content creation. Also on TikTok, if you search in the search engine music production, I'm the third or the fourth that pops up. That's pretty cool as well. By the way, if any point in this video that you feel like you learned something or you like anything, I would really appreciate it if you either like or subscribe, comment. I would really appreciate it, and it will keep this channel going. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, let's make some beats. So when you open up FL Studio, it should look like this. Blank window, but if it doesn't look like this, hit File up top in the left corner, press New Basic 808 with Limiter, save changes to Untitled, click No because you didn't do anything. Alright, so it just should be a blank window just like this. I'm gonna explain a few of the primary buttons. Of course, you got play, stop, record. This 130, this is the tempo. The tempo is the BPM of the song, the timing of the song. So that's good to remember. So if I click this knob here, this turns on a tapper. So this is counting 130 BPM. It's also called a metronome, but you'll want to keep that on just to keep the timing. Let's go down to 100. It's slower, even slower than that. To 74. So the timing would be boom, clap, boom, clap. All right, so what else do we need? It's pretty early, so I don't want to talk about any of these yet. Let's talk about these four main buttons here. These are the main four windows in FL Studio. First one is the playlist. When you click that, a playlist pops up. So what is a playlist? A playlist is where you're going to be arranging the song. So say the top bar right here, this is just a blank example. The top bar is the beat, the second one is the piano, but you want to take this part out because you want the piano to come out, you want the beat to continue. So when you hit play on here, or you convert this to MP3, this is the song, right? Because you built it. This is the window. It's called the playlist window. So let's delete this, right? Let's X that out. The next window is the piano roll. So whenever you have a sound that's loaded up, right? But before I get to the piano roll, let me talk about the channel rack real quick. The channel rack, okay? This is where you're going to be making the beat at. So on your FL Studio, you should already have 4 sounds loaded up. So it says 808 kick, 808 clap, 808 hi-hat, 808 snare. So what are these sounds? What is all of this? So a kick is well, let me turn off the metronome up here. That's what a kick sounds like. Okay, let's do some more. That is a kick. So I'm gonna call it a step. To put a step here, you just click it, right? And to erase it, you just right click it. All right. So what is a clap? These are the claps. It doesn't sound like a human clap, but it's a clap. So if I was to, let's increase the tempo to BPM to 100. Let's turn on the metronome. So if I was to attempt to make a beat right now, kick on every song, unless you want to do some freestyle stuff, some sound, some new kind of music, the kick always starts on the 1. What is the 1? So it's the first one of the count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the kick always starts in the 1. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Next is the clap. Where does the clap start? The clap usually starts on the 2, but you can do whatever you want. I'm gonna put the clap on the 2 and the 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so the next sound we have is a hi-hat, 808 hi-hat. What is a hi-hat? So when the drum player is playing, he has these cymbals around him. So if he taps the cymbal, it will make this sound. That's the sound it will make if a drum player would tap the cymbals. It's called a hi-hat, okay? So let's put the clap back, let's put the kick back. You see why the metronome is useful? It helps you nod your head, it helps you predict what you want to do. Now, the 808 snare. What is a snare? So again, back to the drum player, there's a kick and a snare. So whenever you hear boom bap, bap is the snare and the boom is the kick. So let's just play the snare. That's all the snare is. It's just, there's different kinds of snares too. I'm not gonna get into all of that, but this is just the basics for FL Studio. All right. Again, to make a step, I'm gonna call these steps. You just click it. You can even drag it. All right. Click, boom, and you right click to get rid of it. That's pretty much it. And also, if you don't want to do it one by one, if you right click the name, these are more options for the sound. So you could have fill each 2 steps, fill each 4 steps, or fill each 8 steps. What is this? If you fill each 2 steps, it'll look like this. If you fill each 4 steps, it'll look like this. That's pretty much it. Now let me go into the piano roll because I skipped over that. So the piano roll, say we right click the 808 kick, right? And it says piano roll here. What that does is now you can play the kick at different pitches. You can play this on your keyboard. I'm typing on my computer keyboard now. So you could press the letter Z, X, C, V, B. It will click all this. But if you also have a MIDI keyboard, my keyboard isn't hooked up just for this tutorial, but if you have a MIDI keyboard, I'll link this keyboard in the description. This works beautifully with FL Studio. It was made by Novation. I'm sorry, made by Novation. But this is the FL Studio Mini Key. So yeah, this is the piano roll. You can assign sounds here. Yes, you could assign a piano here. These sounds are not always going to be the sound of the piano. It's whatever sound you want it to be. So we could do the same thing with the hi-hat. You right click it, press piano roll, any sound that you want, any pitch that you want. So say if let's do fill each 2 steps like I just did right here, fill each 2 steps, click play. I can go into the piano roll and we'll see the steps on the piano roll. And I can add whatever I want. I can add like, this is a blank canvas. You can do literally whatever you want. Literally. Those are the 4. Oh no, I'm missing one. The mixer. Now, this is getting a little advanced, but the purpose of a mixer is to mix sounds together. So say, let's just put these all in blank right now. Say I have these sounds here. Let's put this back, right? Say I have this. So what you'll do is to assign it to a mixer track, because just the master volume is going off right now. And the master volume is pretty much you don't touch the master. This is the main volume for the whole song. It's best to leave it where it is. So to route these sounds to a mixer, right? Let's do it like this. I'm gonna see these blank dashes here. If I just click it and scroll it up, right? Put this on 2, put this on 3, and put this on 4. I just assigned it to the mixer. So 1 will now come out of insert 1. The kick is coming out of 1. The clap is coming out of 2. The hi-hat is coming out of 3. And the snare is coming out of 4. Mixing is important because all sounds have different levels, have different frequencies. So like say the snare is too loud, I can just turn it down like this. Let's say the clap is too loud. This is perfect for organizing your sounds, organizing your levels. The mixer is very, very important, but we'll get to this later. Oh, matter of fact, let's see if we can add more sounds, right? The channel rack is the main window to start making beats at. So let's close this out here. We don't need this right now. What else is on the channel rack? We see this knob right here. This knob activates the swing in the beat. What is swing? Well, let's turn it up and find out. So this swing knob pretty much manipulates the rhythm of the beat. You notice how the second kick is like a little delayed. Let's turn it off now. Now let's turn it up. It changes the rhythm a little bit. It makes it swing. It's like a it's like very 90s, very 80s, all right? So that's the swing knob here. This is the pattern length. So say we just wanted 16 steps. So 4 is 8, 12, and 16. These are 16 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on, right? Say if you wanted 32, you can do that. That would just mean 2 bars, but I really don't do it like that. I really don't mess with this because I don't need to count, you know. So if I want to extend it, you see how this is blurred out? This is blurred out, so I would just continue on, and it will highlight the rest of the next 4 bars. The next bar, the next bar. And now I have 2 bars now. You know what I'm saying? You could literally do whatever you want. So let's clear this up. Let's clear. Oops. Let's do. All right. So now let's add some more sounds. Oh, let's figure out what else we can play with. So let's put this back because you got our rhythm. As a matter of fact, let's go even slower. Let's go to 80-80. Let's put the metronome, so we can visualize what we want, right? So on this side window here, this is the browser. If you don't see it, it's probably on the left side of the screen that's hidden, and this mouse will hover over and you could just drag it over. On this browser window, it's what it's called, it's the browser. This is where you search for sounds. And the first place where you search for sounds is the packs folder. Right, so we have drums mode audio, we got flex, instruments, legacy, loops. So we just go by it one by one. So let's go to drums, right? They have the cymbals. Yes, they have a lot of cymbals here. A lot of stuff you can add. We got more hats, so we don't have to use the regular hi-hats we have here. Let's use that. We just drag any sounds we like over here. And we would just keep building. Now they have kicks as well, so we don't have to use the regular 808 kick here. These are all stock sounds. This comes with your FL Studio. Usually when you see these YouTube tutorials, there's someone telling you they showing you an example of their drum pack. They're using their drums, which is okay. I'm gonna show you what you already have in your computer. Let's see what kick I like here. So I found a kick I like, right? Now what's cool about FL Studio, you can click the sound here. Say if I want this kick to like punch, right? You can click it and it'll have options for the sound. So let's see, let's put this right here. So I got options like pitch, this is time stretching, but we're not gonna do anything like that. This is just for the kick, right? So we can press this button here, press boost. Now listen to the kick. It's way punchier. All right, now let's find a snare. This packs folder. Let's use that. Let's do something like this. That's a good starting point. So now let's see what we can do here. Now FL Studio has plenty of instruments you can choose from. There's an instruments folder, like it says closed grand, electric. You can choose from here, or you can use plugins. What are plugins? You probably heard this before. Plugins is essentially software that adds more sounds to your music. A plugin is a base full of different effects, maybe different sounds, but we want to use a plugin that has sounds. So let's see, what plugin do we want to use? A good plugin that comes with FL Studio is called Kepler. Let's see, let's try Kepler. Kepler, this is another plugin, pretty cool plugin. As soon as this comes on, you can just press your keyboard to play a sound. See, you could press preset right here, and it has a bunch of different sounds that's organized. It says arps, bass, brass, drums. If you don't know what any of those are, just click the sound and just find out what it is when you press play, you know, or when you press the keyboard. So we're just gonna see. Maybe we do brass. Maybe strings. How about I start with strings? I like this sound. And this is me simply just pressing the keys on my computer. What to do with this sound? Now we could either press the sounds on our keyboard, or we could just right click and press piano. Whoops, nope. Press piano roll. These are ghost notes. Ghost notes is just simply, it's all of these sounds. It's showing here. Because you can click any sound that you want here. These are the kicks, these are the snares. So that it's just showing where they are, because you're on the same pattern. But if we was to change patterns, it would disappear. All right, so let's see what we want to play here. Let's actually make a chord. A chord is 3 notes or more. If you don't know any chords, because you're playing into music theory now, if you want to just try out different chords, a button's right here next to the music note. So you click it, and let's click minor 7. So wherever you click, it's gonna be minor 7. So now you're just going for the tone you like, you know, right? It's looping because it's all you made right here. Now, if you was to extend it, this is how you extend it, right? So all I did was, you see it's gray over here, all I did was press 1 step over here and the rest of the bar came up. So now you can go back to press fill each 2 step. The claps back, put a new kick pattern, but you gotta hear it to see what you wanna do. All right, now let's put another minor 7. Let's see what that sounds like. Not pretty. Let's see if we put major 7. That's prettier. I like it. It sounded like something. It sounded like it has potential. All of this is on pattern 1. And this is good to build on pattern 1, but eventually you're going to have to split these patterns into their own sound. So
What do I mean by splitting to their own sound?
I'll tell you right now. So this is pattern 1. You have no other patterns. You see me scrolling up, all these patterns is empty. So if we was to press this arrow here, and it says split by channel, every channel here, this is the channel rack, every channel here is going to split into their own pattern. I'll show you what that means. We have pattern 1 here. We're on the playlist now. Pattern 1 here, we press, we go up here to split by channel, and now all the sounds are stacked on top of each other. So we just drag it down. All right. And now we can start making our song. We could put the kick right here, the snares right here, the hi-hats right here, and the open hat right here. Now we should finish the rest of the pianos or the strings here, because we got room now. So we did minor, major 7, let's go minor 9th. Yep. You want to make sure that you're playing keys that go well together. So I won't teach you music theory in this video, but you're going to want to learn some music theory. Let's go back to minor 7th. To another major 7th. So when you're making chords, right, you see there's some darker lines here and some lighter lines here. The darker sounds is indicating that these lines here do not go well with the sounds you have here. You see these sounds here, they're all on the lighter line, right? And it's only there because in the settings of the piano roll, everything has settings. If you could just follow me and you could just try this when hopefully you're doing this at the same time. You go to the arrow down menu, go to view, go to scale highlighting, right? This means that the graph will change automatically whenever you put some new notes. See, I just changed, but also, to stay in these ladder lines that we already set for this chord here, we can, we could do snap to scale. We have to pick a scale. So let's go back to view, scale highlighting. Let's pick minor, right? And when we click a type of scale, all the root notes pop up. Let's pick D. Let's pick D minor and press snap to scale. And now these strings are in D minor. So whenever we click on a darker line, it won't click in it, as you see, because it wants to keep us in the same notes, in the same chords, the key I mean. So let's do major 7. So whenever I drag these chords, it will never go into the darker lines. Right? If this beat is sounding super generic, it's because it is. This is for this tutorial. Let's see, can we change the sound maybe? And you can add to your hi-hats too. Let's add to the hi-hats actually. Also, you could also drag this whole thing down if you want, just to make. I'm liking this better. The mood is better. Now I would add bass next. So let's go back to this plugin, Kepler. Let's find a good bass sound. Yeah, let's stick with this. What's cool now is that you can see usually the bass is the root note of every chord, usually. So we can just add our bass. You can see what sounds good to you. I wish I had my MIDI board keyboard set up, but Mac don't have enough outputs, man. I need more outputs on my Mac, bro. You know what I'm saying? You can put this, you can highlight, what I would do next is I would highlight all of this. I didn't teach about the piano roll buttons up top yet. So in this piano roll, you have the draw. And when you draw, this is what happens when you draw. You just click anything on the piano roll and you're able to drag it, all right? Paintbrush, you don't drag, you just paintbrush. You literally just like a paintbrush, you draw along the piano roll, right? And this playlist button here is when you delete. Oh no, you mute sounds. See, it's gray because it's muted, right? And this delete button is here, but you could also right click it to delete. What's next? This is the slicer. So if you want to chop sounds up, you can. This is the select. You hold to highlight and say you want to delete that whole thing. You just right click and drag. And this is the magnifying glass, so you can zoom in or zoom out. This is the playback button. So you just highlight all your sounds and you click to see what it is or to hear what it is. So I will highlight and drag this down to the next octave. The next octave, see, this is A sharp. We'll get into music theory another time, but the key on this piano is A sharp. And we want to put it on the A sharp below it because it sounds deeper. So let's drag all this down. A sharp. And it doesn't have to be one line. You could do that slice. I just did a simple melody with the bass, but I don't have my keyboard to press it, so I'm just slicing it. We could add another bass right here. And we can add whatever we want to this. This is literally the foundation to making beats in FL Studio. There's a whole lot more. Again, there's music theory, there's mixing the beat. This is pretty much the foundation on how to start making beats on FL Studio. If you want this project and finish it, I'll leave a link in the description for you to download, so you can open it in your FL Studio. So yeah, this was pretty much it as on your journey to beat making in FL Studio. If you liked anything about this video, if you learned anything about this video, please like and subscribe, leave a comment. I'll reply to everything. You could DM me if you have a personal question. You can email me if you want. Yeah, and on my website I have drum kits that you can use in your own productions. I have a course how to record your own music in a microphone, like making your own songs, singing or rapping, whatever it is that you do. I have a course for that for FL Studio. And yeah, I'm as you see, it's like not daytime anymore. So it's nighttime now, so this is how long these videos take. I'm committed to helping you guys. So again, like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.